Welcome back. Well, Australians will be heading to the polls in a matter of months, and this morning there's a pre-election push to get Aussie businesses going again.
Do you know the date yet?
Not yet. May?
We're working on it. For more, we're joined by the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry CEO Andrew McKellar from Canberra. I think he knows. Andrew, good morning to you. Look, it must be a bit frustrating, I reckon, for businesses when they see the government expansion of the public service and government spending, right?
Good morning, Karl. Good morning, Sarah. Great to be with you early on a Friday. That's exactly right, Karl. I think if you look at what's happening to business at the moment, small business in particular has been doing it tough over the past couple of years. They're looking for interest rate relief. We really have a two-speed economy. We're seeing government expanding. We're seeing spending at high levels. We've got to get that under control. And in particular, we've got to get spending back under 25% of GDP if we're going to be in a position where fiscal policy and monetary policy are pushing in the same direction. That's how we'll get interest rates lower sooner and keep them lower.
The US has always had lower rates, right? And Trump wants to drop the US's rate to 15. You want to see a 30% drop in the company tax rate here in Australia. Is that viable?
Look, it has to be a priority. It's been a quarter of a century since any government in Australia tried genuine tax reform. You're right. We're seeing the new administration in the US, President Trump, saying he wants to get company tax there down to 15%. That'd be half the rate in Australia. If we can't get closer to that, then we're going to be uncompetitive. We risk seeing investment and jobs by Australian companies going offshore, and we would risk on missing out in investment from international companies.
The Treasurer was on the show yesterday and everywhere saying that we're heading for a soft landing out of all of this. But I don't see too many soft landings for small businesses out there.
Look, that's totally right, Karl. Small business really have been struggling. Yeah, look, turning around interest rates, that'll be step one. But the other area where they're really suffering at the moment is the impact of regulation, red tape. It's just getting harder and harder for small businesses to cope with all of that. If they want to create a job, if it's a casual job, or they want to take on an independent contractor, it's just getting so hard for them. So we've really got to have government focused on that, provide some relief, and that's where we're saying government has got to put some priority.
I mean, it's a little wonder Australia's not the most attractive place to start a business, right? I mean, and when we see America and China, for example, locked in that AI race, I can't imagine something like that happening here.
Well, we've got to focus on that. I mean, AI is a huge opportunity for Australian business. We're seeing in the US major strategy being announced. They're really trying to get in front of the curve. The Chinese will want to compete. We're seeing the Europeans coming in. So, look, it's a huge opportunity. We shouldn't be afraid of it. We've got to put some guardrails in place. We need to build trust. But for business right across the board, this is really something that can unlock major gains, and I think it will create new jobs, new opportunities for the future.
I think a lot of small businesses are just hanging out for that election, aren't they? So what date do you think ittle be?
Yeah, come on, you must know.
Look, hard to say. I mean, I've been expecting them to go sooner rather than later. Look, the latest they can go, I guess, is May 17. Look, bring it on. I say let's get it done, and let's get it all resolved.
Good to talk to you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Andrew.
Coming up on